telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and take it into the end zone.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field, looking for a productive play on first down. He's going to pass. Fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the middle. Touchdown Longhorns! A great catch and run for 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short. They feed him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Well, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
He wants to throw. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this time.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Pocket starts to collapse. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
And offensively, we know it's hard throwing the ball in 3rd and long situations because the defense can play big zone coverages. They got a lot of guys with their eyes on you, so the QB had no shot there. Nobody open. Nice job not forcing it, not risking a turnover, just throwing it away.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run play action. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there.
Complete to the wideout. Gain of 19 on the play. And that's a first down.
Offense threatening at the 45-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Past the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The handoff to Johnson. Bounds after the short gain.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so 3rd down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. And it comes as absolutely no surprise. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th and inches. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, and it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. It's Butler. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've got a good one going here. I'm looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking for a crease. It's Peterson. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Makes the grab. It's Butler. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down. And the Longhorns come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time.
Got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Forges ahead for 1 to the 8-yard line.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know, at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Well, this tight end, he's got size. Athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
3rd and goal, where you separate the wheat from the chaff.
Get set.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
14.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward.
Sends it downfield. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Tigers! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Back to throw, it's Manning. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The long... Put this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Now on the return. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Makes his man miss. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. LSU right back to the line.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. South Alabama is in front. They've answered the bell today, but they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over Louisiana. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice looking catch, you know, and it's shocking when you think about Texas Longhorn football. Not a lot of names jump out at you when you think about great wide receivers here, right? Yeah, Roy Williams, Jordan Shipley, not too many. This guy, though, I think has a chance to be special. This guy could go down in Texas history as one of the all-time greats.
Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's Hudson. And that's a live ball. And the defense snatches it, and they're trying to flip the field.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. LSU quick to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a 1st down, and much more really good execution by this offense. Running back searching for a hole. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. So they got the touchdown now, going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Here comes the Texas offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
To the air, it's Manning. It's complete to the left. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He makes the connection. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Sure hands, it's Butler. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And he's got it! Touchdown, Texas!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. That last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll come out throwing on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Longhorns racing to the line in a hurry-up. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Getting some heat. Makes the grab on the left. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Dialing up a second down pass play. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. And the Longhorns are on the move. To the ground with the back. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious the defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fights off a defender. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an